Tighebo here, we're back and we're expecting the unexpected by Arctic Volpix. In the last chapter, Ruby confronted the puppet and we met a new ghost child. And I believe that's all that happened in the last chapter, like a rough summary. And if you want, there is a playlist. You can find it at the end of the video. But yeah, let's get right into this. And if you want to follow the chapter, link is in the description below as always. Now let's get started. Chapter 45, Justice. Alice freaked out. Completely. Ruby had to calm her down and stop her from calling an ambulance before she could even explain anything. She went with the malfunctioning animatronic excuse since she couldn't really explain the bite away with, "I slipped." "Then you shouldn't be working there," Alex exclaimed, still fussing over her worriedly. "It wasn't her fault. She got damaged by some bratty kids," Ruby defended. Eventually, Alice calmed down again after double-checking and treating her injuries. She sent Ruby straight to bed, though. However, the night guard had something to do in her computer first. She had swiped the security footage from the pizzeria so she could find some delinquents. She searched through the film until she came to the time that Mangle was damaged. She sat back and watched Puppet speak to some kids, and then those kids approaching Mangle in an empty room. It was brutal. Ruby's fists clenched until her knuckles whitened. Then Puppet entered and saved the day for the poor fox. Ruby rewound and took a screenshot of the kids. She stared at it for a long moment. It seemed that she had another lesson to teach. Ruby arrived at the pizzeria that day, surprising the bots and terrifying the employees. She was furious. She made her way through the building, scattering people out of her way until she cornered the group of suddenly petrified kids. Their parents looked shocked as Ruby leaned in threateningly close. "So, you think you can tear apart one of the bots? 'Cause," she asked softly, holding printed pictures up as proof. The parents gasped before spinning around to glare at their kids as well. Ruby was known for being unstable, but never unfair, especially with kids, so they didn't doubt her accusation. "It was just a game," one stammered out. "It's just a robot." Ruby cut it off by slamming the picture against the wall above their heads. "I'm the night guard, and I'm in charge of the animatronics. All of them. You hurt one of my animatronics?" Her voice steadily grew louder until she was shouting at full volume, bringing a halt to the activities in the pizzeria. The toys were shocked that she was doing this for Mangle, especially after being hunted and hurt. Mangle herself was listening from the empty room next door with wide eyes. The kids trembled, losing the ability to speak. They looked to their parents for help, but the adults seemed content to let Ruby continue. She was doing a fantastic job so far, after all. "Sorry," one of the girls whispered. "I'm not the one you should be saying sorry to," Ruby growled. "Ruby," one of the dads interrupted, and the kids looked hopeful suddenly. "We'll leave them and their punishment to you." The kids' expression turned to horror as the other parents nodded in agreement. "And what is the repair cost?" another queried. Ruby shook her head. "Our mechanic says that it won't be much, so don't worry about it. I'll take you up on your other offer, though." She turned angry eyes back on the terrified children. The parents nodded and apologized profusely for their children's behavior. "First, you're going to apologize to her. Then I'm going to put you to work for the rest of the day," Ruby said as the parents turned to walk away. Most of the children nodded meekly while one dared to complain. She dragged him to Mangle by the ear. "Apologize," she snapped at the kids, while Mangle cowered away from them a little. Ruby noticed that he had started on the repairs, but the bot still had a long way to go. They apologized quickly and sincerely to avoid further trouble. And if I catch you near her again, I'll drop kick you down the street," Ruby threatened before herding them out of the room again. She flashed a smile at Mangle before she left. For the rest of the day, they washed floors, tables, cleaned the bathrooms, and did the dishes under the watchful eyes of a furious security guard. Suffice to say, after that day, they learned their lesson, and the parents discovered a new way to threaten their children when they misbehaved. Ruby was also offered a large amount of babysitting jobs. As the place closed and those children left with their parents for more punishment at home, Ruby leaned against the wall and sighed. She'd technically been confined to a bed, but had snuck out. How else was going to kill her? It had been worth it, though. Feeling all right there, lass? Foxy asked in concern. Ruby nodded. Just tired. Glad the game's over, actually. I'm probably going to sleep all night on the job with my pain meds. The fox nodded. He was also glad that the game was over. All the bots could stop worrying about her now. Going to take it easy tonight? Easy then tonight? He asked. She hummed an affirmative. I'll bring some movies and we can chill. She grinned at him before pushing away from the wall. I'd better get moving. I can still get some sleep before my shift. Foxy saw her off and started to help with cleanup. What is her problem anyway? Toy Chica huffed in hearing range, and the original shot her dirty looks. What's she up to now? I don't know, Toby shrugged, still sulking from the fact that they lost. Toy Freddy looked thoughtful. She's unpredictable and dangerous. Would you just shut up? Foxy snapped. You lost, so now leave the last alone. She defended one of your own, and you still can't accept that she's not a bad person. Bonnie nodded in agreement. She's helped Mangle more than you have. The Free flinched at that statement. They couldn't deny it since he had already given them that lecture. She's the night guard, Toby muttered. Yeah, and Puppet was the one who told you to kill the night guards. Puppet was also the one who set up Mangle getting hurt, Freddy pointed out coldly. So what does that tell you? They looked away uncomfortably. Stop hiding from the truth and just accept it. You've been had. He didn't have ghosts forcing you to do it, so he tricked you into it. Foxy growled bitterly. You've been his tools this whole time. The toys glared at him angrily. They had a glaring match for a few minutes before everyone headed off to do their work. Ruby arrived a couple of minutes late that night, having dealt with 5 lectures from Alice. She flopped down on a chair and stared at the ceiling for a few minutes. Then she looked at the bots. This is really strong pain medication. She grinned at them a little too happily. The gang groaned. Looked like they were on night guard babysitting duty. He rolled in a few minutes later, causing Ruby to look over from her seat. I just wanted to tell you that the toys won't be causing trouble tonight. They're going to stay in the other room. She still seemed nervous around the originals. Ruby shrugged, not concerned. Okay, how's the fox? She was fiddling with a glitter bomb, which had the bots worried considering her medicated state. She's better. A little, at least. Thanks for asking, he responded, turning to leave. Hey, I never had a problem with her. It's the others that needed attitude adjustments, Ruby muttered. He shut her look, but bit her tongue and left. She could tell that Ruby was maybe not all there at the moment. She wheeled into the toys' room and straight into an atmosphere of gloom. The toys were in full-on sulk mode. Even Toy Freddy. They changed rooms because he refused to be in the same room as Puppet, and she wasn't about to let him near Mangle, so that made Toby throw a little fit, of course. He had settled it with a nice little toaster fret, though. How are you feeling, Max? She asked Mangle gently. The fox was lying quite a bit apart from the others and staring at the wall. She gave a half-hearted crackle when Heidi spoke. Ready for me to do some more repairs? The mechanic asked. The fox nodded after a moment and turned to face her. The look in her eyes was so sad it just broke Heidi's heart. She glanced at the door. She really needed to have her own talk with Puppet soon. And that's the end of chapter 35. As always with these chapters, they're kind of short. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. If you did, leave a like. Go leave a review. You don't have to have an account. It just means the author can't respond. So go do that. If you don't leave a review, then I don't want to know anything. So, or don't leave a comment kind of thing, because Because if you leave a review, I also want to know what you think too. But if you don't, then I don't want to know. Because the author deserves to hear it, not me. So go leave a review. Go on, shoo. Go leave a review. It's the end of the video, so it's okay to go. Go on. But yeah, and be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Friday. And I will see you guys next Friday with a new video.